Hi guys and welcome to Fandom Newbie. I get tons of comments from you guys asking me for book recommendations for beginners. So today's video is especially for you because I have 20 book recommendations which are very easy, very simple language, very easy English language that you can read. It's gonna be a long video, so let's go. Number 1. The Book Thief by Marcus Zusak. This book is a must-read. It's set in World War II in Germany and it's about a German family that helps hide a young Jewish man and the things that happens in their lives because of that. The unique thing about this book is that it is written from the perspective of death, which makes it absolutely beautiful to read and such a great book. Number 2. Series of Unfortunate Events by Lemony Snicket. Now, this book is about the 3 Baudelaire orphans who are running away from the diabolical Count Olaf who wants to catch them, kill them and steal their fortune. Now each book is filled with a lot of adventure, it's filled with a lot of mystery, a lot of secret societies where at the end of the day the kids save the day. So it's very endearing to read and I highly recommend it. Number 3. A Wrinkle in Time by Madeleine L'Engle, I think that's how you pronounce her name. This book is about 2 young children named Meg and Charles whose father has mysteriously disappeared. In order to bring back their father, these 2 children along with their best friend go on an adventure of a lifetime and they have to travel through time and space. It is an amazingly fun-filled adventure and I highly recommend that you guys read this one. Number 4 is The Namesake by Jhumpa Lahiri. Now, this book is about an Indian immigrant family who has moved to the US. They are a Bengali family and they're just adjusting to life in the US. So you have the parents and you have the 2 kids. What the book is actually about is kind of like a coming of age story of the kids as well as the parents as they try to adapt to life in the US. There are like themes of the generation gap that exists between the kids and the parents and also how the kids are trying to really navigate their life in the US because they're stuck between 2 cultures, India and the US, and how they kind of go about that and how the relationship between the kids and parents kind of evolves through the process. It's very heartwarming and it's beautifully written by Jhumpa Lahiri. Again, the language is quite simple, so yeah, definitely check it out. Number 5. Mouse by Art Spiegelman. This is a graphic novel and again it is based on World War II in Germany, but specifically it surrounds the life of Art Spiegelman's parents and how they survived the Nazi concentration camps and how they just endured through all of that, and it's a story of their resilience and their love. It is again beautifully written and very simple to read and it's won the Pulitzer Prize, so I highly recommend it. Number 6 is Ready Player One by Ernest, Cline. Now the year is 2045 and the entire world is consumed by like economic depression and global warming and climate change and things like that. The only respite that people have is to log into a virtual world known as the Oasis, where they can basically become an avatar and like live out their life in this virtual world. The other great thing about the Oasis is that the creator of the Oasis has kind of laid out this treasure hunt within the Oasis where for the person to find the Easter egg that he's hidden in the Oasis, they can become the owner of the Oasis and they can win a huge fortune. So everyone who's logged into this Oasis is trying to find the Easter egg and they're living out their life inside this virtual world. If that premise itself has not hooked you, then another thing about this book is that it is riddled with 80s pop culture video game references. So if you're a complete nerd who loves video games and who loves like Stranger Things and that kind of era, then I think you'll really like this book. Number 7. The Fault in Our Stars by John Green. This is a very romantic, very beautifully written love story about 2 cancer survivors. If you watch Sushant Singh Rajput's Dil Bechara, then this is the book that movie is based on, and I can tell you that the book is so much better. So if you liked that movie and you liked the concept of that movie, then I highly recommend you read the book because it is much better. Number 8 is Sniper's Eye by Mainak, Dhar. Now this book is a thriller book that is set in Mumbai where you have like a terrorist who is a sniper shooter who is killing off a lot of well-known people in Mumbai. Somehow our main character in the book has become a target for this sniper and basically he's like on the run for his life and also to figure out who this sniper is. This book is an absolute page turner. You can finish it in one day. It's quite a short book as well. And yeah, it is very, very simply written. So definitely check it out. Number 9, Radio Silence by Alice Oseman. This is a book about your teenage years. The characters in this book are all in their last year of school, and they're really just trying to figure things out about their life, about who they love, about their sexuality, and also about what they want to do with their careers. If you're in that phase in your life, then I really recommend this book because it is such a great read. Plus, listen to it in the audiobook version because that experience is so much better. Number 10 is Evil Eye by Madhuri Shekar. Now, this is an audiobook and it's available on Audible. It is only about an hour and a half long, but it is such an amazing audiobook. It starts off as a simple story of a young woman whose mother is kind of forcing her to get married. And it has a typical like mother-daughter relationship thing where the daughter doesn't want to get married, mother is forcing her to get married in an arranged marriage fashion. But it starts off as that like simple story, but it becomes something much more sinister and it takes such a huge turn. Like the twist in the story is absolutely amazing, and for that I think you should definitely check it out. It's available on Audible. Okay, so we're about halfway done with the video right now, and if you've reached this far, then I want you guys to comment fish down in the comment section below just to have a little bit of fun. And while I have your attention, then please subscribe to my channel because it's free and I make book related videos every single week. Okay, now back to the video. Number 11 is Those Pricey Thakur Girls by Anuja Chauhan. This book is about the Thakur family and it is set in the 1980s in Delhi. This is such a fun story and it is filled with so much drama. Like there are love affairs, there are secret conspiracies to steal Jaidat, there are like other very like strange things going on, especially a ghost. There's also a ghost in this book and it is just so much fun to read and very relatable for Indians. So definitely check this one out. Number 12 is Miss Peregrine's Home for Peculiar Children. Now this book is about a children's home that is set on an island where all the children who are a part of that home have some supernatural ability. Filled with a lot of vintage photos that are extremely haunting to look at. This book has a lot of adventure, it has a lot of magic, a lot of thrill. So if you're into that kind of book, then I definitely recommend this one. Number 11 is the Shiva Trilogy by Amish Tripathi. Now this is a fictionalized recounting of Lord Shiva's life, and it is just filled with a lot of thrill, a lot of adventure and a lot of war. So if you're into like Indian mythology and those kind of books, then I recommend this one because it is extremely simply written. Like the language is very, very simple, and if you like a lot of adventure and a lot of war and those kind of books, then I think you will really enjoy this one. Number 14 is Through the Woods by Emily Carroll. Now this book is another graphic novel and it is a scary, like a horror graphic novel book. The images in this book itself are so scary and the stories are like really creepy. Like they are really spine tingling and very, very like, it like just puts you on edge. And some of them might also give you nightmares. The book looks big, but the drawings take up like most of the page and it's very, very easy language. So yeah, again, I highly recommend this one. Number 15 is Two States by Chetan Bhagat. Yes, I recommended a Chetan Bhagat book, but honestly, this is my favorite Chetan Bhagat book of all time. And it is very, very simply written and his books are very relatable for an Indian audience. I definitely recommend this one because it is a very easy, breezy, fun read that I think you guys will enjoy. Number 16 is Aristotle and Dante Discover the Secrets of the Universe by Benjamin Alire Sáenz. This book is about two teenage boys as they are navigating high school, their sexuality, having their first loves, first crushes, as they are discovering how to sort out their family issues and yeah, just figuring out life in general. It is beautifully written, like it is almost poetic the way it's written, but it's still very, very, very simple. The way Benjamin Alire Sáenz writes is that he writes in very short sentences, so that's why it reads like a poem, but it's very, very simple language. So yeah, if you're looking for a very good contemporary young adult fiction book that is beautifully written but still very simply written, then I highly recommend this one. Number 17, The Hunger Games by Suzanne Collins. Now this is a dystopian fiction book where the United States of America are divided into 12 districts. And their society is such that every year they have an annual games which is known as the Hunger Games, in which 2 young kids from each district have to participate in the games. And these games are basically kind of like a reality TV show where the kids from all the different districts fight for their life. Like literally they have to kill each other, and only the person who survives at the end of the games wins. And everyone in the districts are forced to watch that, and it is just a very messed up society. And our main character, whose name is Katniss, gets chosen for the Hunger Games, and she has to go through and endure all of that. And this is just an absolute page turner. The book is really well written, and it has such amazing characters, and the plot is also so gripping and so interesting, and I highly recommend it. Plus it is quite easy language, like I mean teenagers can read this book, so yeah, I highly recommend it. Number 18 is His Dark Material series by Philip Pullman. This is a fantasy series about an orphaned girl who travels to other worlds where she meets like angels, she meets armored bears, she meets witches, and it's like filled with magic and filled with adventure. And if you're into that kind of book series, especially if you like something like Harry Potter, then I feel like you'll really enjoy this series because it has that similar vibe and it's filled with a lot of magic and adventure, just like how Harry Potter is. And again, it's written for children and it's very simply written, so yeah, check this one out. At number 19, we have Sisterhood of the Traveling Pants. This book series is actually about the lives of 4 friends who come across a pair of magic jeans. Now, all these 4 friends are like, I mean, their body types and their size and weight is different, but somehow these pair of jeans seem to fit them perfectly, and it actually makes them look good also. So they say that they've like stumbled upon these magic pair of jeans, and using these jeans to kind of communicate with one another, they kind of bond with each other, especially during a summer where they spend apart from one another. And it's just a story of like friendship and sisterhood and the lives of these 4 young girls and the coming of age story of these 4 young girls. So it's very interesting to read, and again, I recommend it to you guys. And at number 20, we have The Da Vinci Code by Dan Brown. This one is slightly intermediate level, but still it is a very thrilling and a very interesting book. This story follows our main character Robert Langdon, and he's trying to uncover a mystery from like the biblical era, like literally from Jesus Christ's era. The book, like I said, is a bit intermediate level because there is a huge history context to this book. But honestly, like if you get past that, the story itself is so interesting. And like it is really unputdownable. Like you can read this book in 1 or 2 sittings because even though it's long, it's just such a page turner and it's such an amazing book in terms of like how it grips you. So yeah, if you're looking for a very good gripping like page turner kind of book, then I recommend this one. So yeah, that was my video for today. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, give it a thumbs up. Click over here for more book recommendation videos by me. I've made a ton of them on my channel, so definitely check them out. And click here if you guys want to check out a book series that I do with other Indian booktubers, where again we give a lot more book recommendations. And of course, do subscribe to my channel for more book related videos. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.